Hi, my name is Cindy. Today's story is about a time when I was 19 years old and I had been commuting into the city to work at the hospital, but eventually I moved out of my parents' house and I got my own apartment. And I was making a whopping $3.10 an hour. And that was big bucks back then. But I still had to budget and watch everything wisely because I still had to pay for my apartment and buy groceries. And my daddy had helped me to get a used car, but I still had car payments and I had to put gas in it. So I had to be careful with how I spent my money. And usually by the end of the month, I wouldn't have hardly anything left. And this particular weekend, I only had a $10 bill in my purse left until next payday. So I went to church that Sunday, and they had a missionary there. I don't remember his name, and I don't remember what country he was from, but I was so spellbound listening to him preach. He had such a passion about how they shared the gospel with people overseas in other countries that did not have the privilege of going to church and owning a Bible. And I was just so interested in everything he had to say. At the end of the service, of course, they had their extra offering where they were going to give that, to the missionary. And almost immediately, I felt the Holy Spirit kind of nudge my heart. Give your $10 bill. And my first reaction was to argue with God. I said, but Lord, this is all the money that I have until next payday. And what if my car breaks down? What if something else bad happened? And I was making all these excuses, and then I just stopped. I felt kind of ashamed, I guess. And then I felt the Lord speak to me. Do you trust me? Now, no, I don't hear God's voice like audibly, like you're hearing mine. But like when your heart is just pounding and it's just pounding inside, and only you can hear it, only you can feel it. And it's kind of like the way God's voice was. It was like inside my heart and my mind. I heard him say, do you trust me? And I thought I trusted you. And then I thought, well, maybe I don't trust you if I don't want to give you my $10. But by the time the offering plate came my way, I had made my choice, because it is a choice when you choose to do something that God has asked you to do. And I took my $10 bill out of my purse and I put it in the offering plate. And the only thing I can remember after that was walking out of the church and thinking, oh boy, I hope Mom and Dad don't know what I've done, because that $10, that's a lot of money back then. And I sure can't ask them for any more money, because they told me to use my money wisely, and they probably wouldn't think that it was wise. But I did what I felt like I had to do, that's what God asked me to do. So I went home and I got myself a pop bottle out of the fridge. At least I think that's where I got it, because I had a pop bottle, and I don't remember what pop it was, but it was back in the day where it's a glass bottle and you get these little bottle caps on top. And nowadays the bottle caps are twisty, but back then you had to use the old-fashioned, can opener, pop opener thing to pop it off the glass. And that's what I did. I opened it up and started to take a drink. And then I looked, and inside of that bottle cap was a $sign with the number 10. And I'm like, no way, what is that? And I started checking, and I found out that this company with the pop bottle had a contest going on, and if you found a number in your bottle cap, you could go get cash. And I wasn't really believing it, but I was giddy, And I jumped in the car and I went to the store, and I was pretty young and naive, And anyway, I just laid that bottle cap on the counter, And I didn't know what to say. I just laid it there, you know. And I thought for sure he's going to fuss at me, go away or something like that. And instead he says, well, you just won yourself $10. And he picked up that bottle cap and he put it in the cash register and he pulled out a $10 bill and he gave it to me. And I walked outside and I didn't know whether to laugh or cry, but I just felt God all over that, because that was a God thing. That wasn't just coincidence. That wasn't just being lucky. I never win anything. And I just gave $10 to a missionary, and God already paid me back. God already reimbursed me and blessed me. And I had enough money for gas that week. And I just will never forget that's one moment where I learned you can't outbless the Lord. My name is Cindy. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.